Hello everyone, and welcome back to Detective Grimoire. So, we collected all the clues last time, and pretty sure we know who the culprit is. We just have to finish all that, to wrap it up with Officer...
You finally
James.
returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
I don't need to.
Find a chapter. Boogie's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Buggy from last night? Let me see that photo. If that's not Buggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Oh, the Explorer's Journal.
How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
What?
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs. Fireplace poker.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think. This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
Make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office. To make sure no one would ever eat at the cafe ever again. To make sure everyone in the swamp would be poisoned. No, the first one.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Fine chapter. The murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep...
Okay.
If you want to...
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Okay, culprit opens Remington's office door. Remington cries out in shock. As Bookie appears. Blast. Remington fires his hunting rifle. Clang. Culprit grabs the metal poker and stabs Remington. Remington cries out in shock and falls backwards. Remington rips off some of the curtain fabric as he falls. Culprit drops the metal poker in the office. Remington lands on the planks outside of the office. Okay. That should be alright. How do we confirm it? That's... wait, what? Office door. Crowds out in shock. Blast. That's a very heavy metal poker. Oh, that's the opposite. Okay.
I think that's it.
Ah, excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Present a clue. The
Turns out
headpiece.
the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Okay. Gloves. Oh ho, oh ho. Does he need a crotch skull? I don't know. It's not Warhammer.
You're right.
We're missing a
I never would have
piece.
found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This
Torso he probably made up of some thick material.
something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
To soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Do I know that? I don't know.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
Oh.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Leads me to believe the hunting photo leads me to believe Echo was bugging this guy. No, our police file. No, was eaten by Buggy. Was stolen by Buggy. Was here to hunt Buggy. Can't be proof. Forgot to tell me that. Was framed because the hunting photo Richard Remington was Buggy in disguise. Is it?
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was Boggy in disguise. Ooh, that's nearly right.
Our police file? Echo.
Echo leads me to believe Richard Remington was Boggy in disguise. I don't get it. Seriously.
Our police file?
Our police file leads me to believe Richard Remington was Boggy in disguise. I don't get it. A secret that Remington kept hidden in his office.
Was here to hunt Buggy. Oh, okay.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Final chapter. The Hunter and the Hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
But he's not a killer. You didn't have the right. How can you know what Boggy wanted? But he's not a killer.
But he's not a killer. You're the one who...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
What?
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
Makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
What? Oh, the real Boggy.
Aha!
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Already? Oh my god, I should have finished it yesterday. Okay. Wow, credits are fast and the music is so loud. My god, wait a sec.
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
What? Who is this girl? Okay. Who is that little girl? Oh my god, who can know? Oh my god. Wait, are those the same as the... Oh yeah. Okay, okay. I gotta say, it was, it kind of looks, it kind of feels like some kind of a prototype. Hey, Mrs. A prototype game? That's weird. Okay, it was a bit shorter than I thought it would be. What could we do? How's it going? It's going very well. How are you doing? Oh, we can try Siberia, the world before. I wanted to try that.